Hello friends! In this video you'll see how hijackers of the movie Starship Troopers changed. You'll know their real names and age. I will show you how they looked then in 1997 and what's with them now in 2022. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go! Carl Jenkins, Neil Patrick Harris, due to his amazing intellectual and psychic abilities, was able to achieve not only acceptance into military intelligence, but also advanced in the service. He is quite resourceful and seeks to protect humanity from alien. Sugar Watkins serves in the infantry in the Cutthroat Squad, where he is listed as a shooter. He is distinguished by devotion and is capable of self-sacrifice in order to save other team members. He was very hostile to alien bugs, played by Seth Gilliam. John Rushchuk, Michael Ironside, serves in the infantry as commander of one of the units. He doesn't tolerate idlers and adheres to the position that you always need to fight to the end, and he demands the same from all his subordinates. Has a prosthetic arm. Keaton Smith, Matt Levin, is part of the mobile infantry and also has an active interest in writing. Sometimes it's difficult for him to control his emotions, even if punishment may follow. Smith has a fairly quick learner and is ready to help a colleague. General Owen served in the Civic Federation for a long period and was a fairly hardy man, but when confronted with bugs, he behaved rather cowardly and eventually received a mental health disorder. Differs in rather high growth. He was played by Marshall Bell. Chujimi is one of the privates of the 6th Infantry. He has a good intellect and has a strong desire to study at the university. Like other soldiers, wore a token around his neck. While on a mission, was brutally killed by a beetle. He was played by Anthony Reviver. Commanding officer, works for the Civil Federation, where he rose to the rank of major. He doesn't leave the Earth and is in charge of Camp Curry, accustomed to clearly follow the discipline and can severely punish recruits for wrongdoing. Played by Dean Norris. Corporal Birdie is a skilled marksman and has taken part in several confrontations with alien bugs, and during one of them she partially lost her arm. She has a fit figure and good combat training. Birdie prefers to wear short hair, played by Angela Brockman. Net correspondents worked for the Federal Network and didn't take a direct part in the hostilities, although he during them could go on live broadcasts. Usually completely immerse himself in work, which one day led to his death. The role was played by Greg Travis. Sky Marshal Meru is a strong-willed woman who is not afraid to speak to the public and is able to clearly explain her position. Not prone to reckless actions. Wears a short haircut. Played by Dennis Dowse, who died from the effects of meningitis in 2022. Pilot Cadet Stack Lampriser is in the Civil Federation fleet. She has good piloting skills and was assigned to the Athena transport ship. Stack has a rather pleasant appearance and wears her hair pinned up. She is on good terms with Carmen, played by Amy Smart. Johnny Rico led an infantry unit in the battle against the bugs. He is not used to putting himself above others and has pronounced leadership qualities. Rico has an athletic build and good stamina, has a somewhat jealous nature. He was portrayed by Casper Van Dien. Ace Levy was on good terms with Johnny and was in the same infantry unit with him. He is proficient with weapons, including nuclear weapons, and has good accuracy. The first meeting with combat beetles made a very strong impression on him, played by Jake Busey. Recruiting Sergeant Robert David Hall previously served in the infantry and was sent on multiple space missions but was subsequently transferred to paperwork. He is missing many of his limbs, which he replaces with prosthetic limbs. Has signs of baldness. Busy Forrest, Dina Mayer, is an infantry sergeant where she served with Johnny, knows how to show perseverance, stamina, and was able to prove herself well during the period of service. Unlike Carmen, she had strong feelings for Rico, which persisted until her death. Sergeant Zim trains Federation recruits but can also take part in combat operations. He has a persistent nature and doesn't allow recruits to shirk from training, has good fighting skills, and also knows how to skillfully throw knives. He was played by Clancy Brown. Xander Barkelow holds the rank of lieutenant and serves in the Navy. He knows how to perfectly control the starship and has repeatedly taught this to other soldiers. Xander is quite a brave man and can accept his fate with dignity. He was played by Patrick Muldoon. Teacher of biology knows her subject very well and was well versed in alien forms, knowledge of which she tried to convey to recruits. Often wore small black glasses. Played by Rue McClanahan, who died in 2010 from a cerebral hemorrhage caused by a stroke. Katrina Blake Linsley is not shy and is good with weapons. She dreamed of having a child, which is why she went to serve in the Federation. Was not mentally prepared for the encounter with the Beatles and succumbed to panic, which ultimately led to her death. Captain Delatier is one of the Civil Federation's employees assigned to lead the spacecraft Roger Young. She skillfully managed the ship and doesn't like it when her orders are not followed, prefers to wear a rather strict hairstyle, played by Brenda Strong. Jana D is a newcomer to the infantry regiment and aspires to further engage in political activities. She's a pretty sweet girl who is the last thing she wants to harm the people around her. Jana D wears bangs. The role is performed by Tammy Adrian George. Lieutenant Willie is in the service of the Civil Federation and is involved in space missions, where he was assigned to lead the Wildcats unit. He always went on missions in full uniform and didn't hide behind the backs of soldiers. The role is played by Stephen Ford. Sky Marshal Deans works for the Federation of the Armed Forces. He's a confident person and has good oratory skills and knows how to admit his mistakes without running away from responsibility. Played by Bruce Gray, who died of brain cancer in 2017. Mr. Rico owns the business and is also Johnny's biological father. He sincerely loves and worries about his son and wasn't happy that he went to serve in an infantry regiment. Mr. Rico dresses and looks very good for his age, played by Christopher Curry. Carmen Ibanez, Denise Richards, has been romantically involved with Rico since her high school days, but chose career over him. She is a member of the Federation Fleet and has good piloting experience, which has helped out more than once in difficult situations. Psychic has the ability to exchange thoughts and can also penetrate into the mind and find out that person or any other living being is thinking about and even in some cases control consciousness. Collaborated with ThadNet. He was played by Timothy Amundsen. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please share it on social networks, like it, and of course subscribe to the channel.